Ladies and gentlemen, the National Target Program on building new style rural areas with the motto, the state and the people work together, gradually improve and rise the material and spiritual life of rural households. New style rural construction take the commune level areas to element and the population community. It is the subject. People know, people discuss, people do, people check, and people enjoy. Among 19 criteria for building a new countryside, there are practical criteria that have received the participation of the political system and people. People contribute, people enjoy, care about supporting people's life, which is the goal of the campaign of the whole people to build a new countryside.
According to Resolution number 26 of the central government on orientations for new rural construction, the population community is the subject of new rural construction. The people build it themselves without any assistance. The state only partially supports. The state has mechanisms and policies to strongly encourage investment of all economic sectors and mobilize contributions from all classes of the population. People's participation has become the motor of action and the most important goal in building new countryside. The participation of the people is essential because the people are the owners and also the beneficiaries of the results of implementing the criteria. Because the people are the master, all decisions must be made by the people in the commune. Because the results of the National Target Program on building a new style rural areas are the people in the commune, so they have the right and responsibility to participate in meetings, discuss, decide, work, supervise and accept together the projects of new rural construction investment. Among the population, members of grassroots socio-political organizations play an important role. The commune level often assigns socio-political organizations to mobilize their members to join hands in building new countryside by practical actions. They contribute money or working days depending on each person's circumstances, which have different responses. In total, I donated land for 3 times. The first time I donated the land to build the concrete road. Then the road was too flooded. I continued to donate the land to make a drainage ditch. For the third time, I donated the land to build the rural road. Among 19 criteria for new rural construction, there is environmental criterion. 90% of households have been used clean and hygienic water according to national standards. Meanwhile, the production and business establishments must meet environmental standards, do not have activities that cause environmental degradation, and have sustainable development activities to develop a green, clean and beautiful environment. Waste and wastewater are collected and treated according to regulations. In Tân Hội Commune, Tân Châu District, associations and unions have mobilized their members to participate in preserving environmental sanitation in order to achieve the new rural criteria. There are many other veterans who are very enthusiastic, donating land, money, contributing working days for road construction, cleaning and environmental protection. Because Tân Hội Commune is near the industrial park and processing facilities, so the problem of water pollution are recommended by the people. The Veterans Association takes the lead together with departments and agencies, with people in the community, protecting water resources, taking care of people's health. Among socio-political organizations, the Veterans Association is an organization that has brought into play the qualities of unconscious soldiers, heroic in combat, actively building a new style rural area in peacetime. The case is in Jala Commune, Yum Châu District. During the resistance war against the French colonialists and the American Empire, the Lang Jala base was the place where the 11th Battalion, the first armed force of the province, stationed and fought. This is also the place where many historical battles of the military of Jala Commune, Yum Châu District took place, creating a great resonance, affirming the importance of a strategic outpost base, intercepting and destroying many forces of enemies. In 1994, the Party Committee, the Armed Forces and the people of De La Commune were honored by the state as Hero of the People's Armed Forces, continuing the patriotic and heroic tradition of forefathers in the past. The veterans of De La Commune today promote the spirit of helping each other do business, step by step conquering poverty and suffering, worthy of the title of unconscious soldiers. The life of Mr. Nguyễn Văn Mai's family, living in Làng Hamlet, De La Commune, Diem Châu district, was previously difficult. After returning from the fight against invaders and defending the country's borders, veteran Nguyễn Văn Mai faced another front in peacetime, which was the problem of doing business. During his youth, he performed the service of a soldier. Now he struggled with food and money. With the motto, "Let no one be left behind," the Veterans Association of De La Commune promptly donated greeting cards to his family, a way of helping each other with a fishing rod. For sustainable development, once the life of veterans in particular and the people in general becomes more and more stable and developed, it will contribute to fulfilling the criteria of income and poor households in new rural construction. More than 5 years ago, my family's life was so difficult. Thanks to the veteran to have one cow, now my family has escaped from poverty. Their cow has produced 5 to 6 cows. Their family is more stable than before, no longer works as a high laborer. Talking about the practical effect from the support of the Veterans Association of De La Commune, it must mention the case of veteran Dung Văn Thang. Mr. Thang is a man with the will and determination to do business, but the difficulty is the lack of capital. Previously, the family was very difficult, so veteran Dung Văn Thang could not get a loan from a bank. Realizing the above situation, the Veterans Association of De La Commune supported Mr. Thang to borrow money to do business. Communal Veterans Association lent 40 million. Thanks to that capital, my family has a business and is now well off. De La Commune Veterans Association has 125 members. Previously, there were many poor members with difficult circumstances, but with the support to help members do business, every year the number of poor members gradually decreases. Up to now, there is only one new poor member, no more poor members. The Communal Veterans Association supported greeting cards now have case. I have borrowed more from the Bank for Social Policies, bought more free cards, as well as Veterans Association supported to raise reproductive costs. Now I sell cards to pay debt to the Bank for Social Policies. During the complicated development of the COVID-19 pandemic, the veterans of De La Commune have carried out practical activities to help members overcome difficulties, such as Zero Vietnam Dong Store, a gratitude trip, and help members have peace in mind, overcoming the COVID-19 epidemic together, becoming a pioneering example, signing with the spirit of mutual affection, imbued with comradeship. In any situation, wartime or peacetime, the soldiers still do not endure the invaders, the poverty, try their best, defeated foreign invaders, hunger, and ignorance, worthy of being the excellent children of a heroic commune. The Veterans Association of De La Commune has many projects and models, such as raising cows to reproduce, supporting members who are in difficult circumstances, elderly, do not have land to raise livestock, produce and provide capital support to members to raise pig, grow longan, fragrance senator, with many models. Recently, TayNinhTV province has faced many difficulties and challenges when implementing the national target program on building new rural areas due to the COVID-19 epidemic. The epidemic has significantly affected the completion of the criteria for new rural construction, especially the criteria of poor households and income. Communes that are building new countryside and communes that have reached new rural standards must find many solutions to approach the criteria by supporting people to stabilize their life during the epidemic so that they do not fall into poverty, losing the criteria of the new countryside. The Fatherland Front and mass organizations have been directed to strengthen the support to deal with agricultural products, take care of the material life of their members. In the past period, the Fatherland Front and mass organizations have also carried out many good models, such as Zero Vietnam Dong Trip, gave more than 2,000 gifts, supported people in the commune. Among 19 criteria for building new countryside, communes pay attention to criteria such as poor household income and rate of laborers with regular jobs. For rural people, supporting them with livestock is one of the ways to create jobs for rural workers. Previously, my family's life faced difficulty. Thanks to the Youth Union, the Bank for Social Policies provided a loan of 50 million Vietnam dong, raised 4 cows in those 2 years, giving birth, selling, buying back. There are now 12 cows. My family thanks the Bank for Social Policies for its support. In new rural construction, people are the subjects, contributors, and beneficiaries of assistance so that they can improve their life. This will contribute to achieving the criterion of reducing the percentage of households below 3% in new rural communes and 90% or more of people who work out the working age population. Over the past time, the socio-political organizations and localities in the NINH province have well implemented their broad content, contributing to helping the NINH province reach the right schedule, roadmap, and progress of the National Target Program on building new rural construction.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now the duration of building new rural areas in the NINH province reported by TayNinh Radio and Television Station wraps up. Goodbye for now.